everybody, welcome back to Bucket's Garage. Thank you for coming back and thank you for visiting. So, today's video is going to be on this, remember the short I made with that Sears Allstate? This is a 1964 SR-175. Yeah, buddy. It's old. And we're going to see if we can get it running. I don't know about this. I really don't. So let's get into this video. Oh, and don't forget, if you haven't done it yet, please like and please subscribe. Let's get into this. Let's see if we can get this sucker working today. Oh, and I got to push it on that lift. I should have put my ramp up there. That would be a smarter idea, wouldn't it? Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah. Oh, let's go back to yesterday before we get into this. This is how it all started.
Well, there she is, guys. They put it on here with a skid. Yeah, this one's gonna be, first thing I gotta do really is, I gotta get this front wheel loose. The back one's loose, but it's the brake that's sticking. The tire will turn. So I'll have to get up underneath here and see if I can get that loosened so I can move this thing around. Well, with a little bit of work here, we got this wheel off, and this is the problem. This thing here is frozen on there, so we're gonna work on getting this off and try to get that broken loose. Get the wheel back on so we can get this thing rolling. Yeah, buddy. Hallelujah, we got it. You can see those brake pads were rusted onto the sides, but at least it's salvageable if I actually have this thing running. So we're just gonna leave that off. I'm gonna take the pads off and just set those on until I get that cleaned up.
Buckets, what are you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
I know your back wasn't feeling good, so
My back?
get this off myself here.
There's
There's a common way to do it. Just gotta.
I'll just be here to call 911.
And that's how you do it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay.
Woo! We're surely not ready for this. So guys, I never took this gas cap off. That's the first thing I just wanted to look at in there is the gas cap. And I couldn't get it with this. My hands. It probably doesn't look promising. Holy buckets! No way! Whoa! Where's my flashlight? No way! That gas tank is clean inside. They drained it. There ain't a speck of rust in there. It's got the original paint. No way! I gotta show you guys that. Guys, look at it. It's got the black paint from the gas tank from when they painted the bike, and then it's red on the inside. No rust. That's just the color of the paint that's in there. Even in the back, underneath. Can't quite see it as well, but you guys understand. Oh man, it's too bad there's some dent right here. There's two dents here, like someone punched it. That's too bad. It could probably be fixed, but man, it's clean. All right, I'm getting excited. Probably too excited right now. All right. I want to see if this engine turns over, so what I want to do, let me walk over here. I'm going to take this cover off. We're going to play with the magneto and see if I can turn an engine over by hand first before I do anything. I know the Kickstarter won't work, but I just want to see if it wiggles. All right.
Those look like 1/4 inch flatheads. Sure, nothing on this bike's could be metric, even though it is a pooch. Pook or pooch, however you want to say it. I'm sure some things are going to be metric, but some things are going to be standard. That's not the original. It's got a sheet metal screw there. I gotta remember that if I turn this. Is that the brake? That's the brake. Looks like I need an extension there, guys. I see I'm gonna have to take this off. The surface of the screw, well, that was kind of rusted. Ooh. Looks like water might have gotten there. All right, I'm gonna try this. Probably a bad idea. Oh. That ain't too bad. I can see that's a metric thread. Well, getting lucky so far, guys. I got one more to do here. The last one's always the worst one. Look at there. No kidding. All right. A lot of stuff is in the way here. Well, maybe this cover comes off first. Oof. Oh, look at there. Well, I was out in the weather for a little bit, not too awful long, but points are definitely frozen there. Relay's rusted. And we got a little mouse nest in there. Jerry made his home there. You know, Tom and Jerry. I think what I should do now is I'm going to take the carburetor off on the other side, see what the hole looks like, see if water got up in there. If water got in that engine, being a 2-cycle, this might be a short video. Let's find out. All right, we'll come over here to the carburetor side. Ooh, that's kind of loose, ain't it? Well, don't look bad on the inside there. So let's take a look inside this carburetor. And also, let's go ahead and remove it so we can see what's behind the carburetor. Well, guys, look at that. It looks pretty good in there. It looks like that piston looks fine. It's not corroded or seized in there. At least apparently it doesn't look that way. We're going to find out. So let's get a few things removed here out of the way so I can get this tank off. Because we got to take the gas tank off in order to have some room. By the way, you know I'd be playing Alice in Chains if it wasn't a copyright. But I gotta play this elevator music, so it's something in the background. All right, guys, let's get this carburetor apart. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. See if it's like shot or if it has stuff in it, goop and gas. If it looks like the gas tank did inside, I think we're going to do oh my, look at that. Well, there was water in there. It's dried up now, but, well, at least that ain't dried gas. It's still cleanable. I think we could salvage this carburetor, clean it up quite a bit, but take a little bit of work, well, it'll get done. And now for your viewing pleasure, we will have some exciting, adventurous music here for you. Ooh, look at the inside of that car. Dirty. All right, guys, let's get this head pulled off. Get ready. Let's see what it looks like underneath it. Set and go. Ooh, not too bad. Look at that. It's got a little light rust in those cylinders, but not too bad at all. We can clean that up. Let's put some penetrating oil in that sucker. Yeah, buddy. I'm doing the voiceover, guys, because I messed up and did it all in slow motion. Now, guys, you can see we got that cylinder cleaned up. It's looking pretty good. We're gonna get that thing cleaned up and let's see if we can get these pistons moving. Yeah. Just a quick heads up here, guys. I disconnected the exhaust and I looked up in there, it's just as clean as this. But I sprayed in there, same with the other side. The other side's a little sketchy on that pipe because it's a little rusted. I took this cover off here. It's full of oil, so I'm going to drain the oil tonight. So I'm going to get this. I took the screws out of this cover, and then I realized there's oil in there. I want to pull this cover so I can get to the bolt to work on that, so I can work back and forth on it. Rings. I don't know why it's so stuck. It looks pretty clean. All right, well, that's it for tonight, guys. Tomorrow night is wing night. Yeah, buddy. Wing night. Look at that dancing chicken. Yeah. Woo-hoo. And I can't wait because I was fasting for 3 days, guys. And I ate a little something tonight. I made it through. Let's get this cover off. Loosen all the screws. And I already see water down here.
Oh, no.
Out. Even though I got all the oil out on the back side of it. This might be a little difficult to get off on this side. There we go. Coming off pretty kind of smoothly. Not too shabby. I see that foot peg's going to be in my way. Gonna see about this. Yep, 18 millimeter works for that. There it is. Yeah, a little bit of water in there, I can tell. Not too bad. That oil is really, really old that's in there. Whew. Yeah. Now I'm able to get to this nut so I can work the jug. Hopefully I don't touch the wrong buttons here, so now I get to play with this. Hey, look, guys, camera girl's helping since I did a little camera oopsie, you know. Why it was quiet, because I accidentally hit slow motion for videoing, so.
And you're never quiet.
No. So, guys, as you can see here, I got the cover off and I'm trying to break it loose. I've got penetrating oil in here. I put penetrating in there, took the exhaust off, do the same. It is really... You don't think it's stuck? Man, it's really stuck. Somehow. I never had one this bad before, but it's a twin. I've never messed with a twin piston like this. I mean, I can work it, like, it moves just a fraction. So, then the nut comes loose. But you don't want to tighten this up too tight either because you don't want to snap that off, that shaft. Then you really messed up. So, I think what I'm going to do, let it sit again, let it soak, let it do its magic. Again, but tonight is wing night. It's Friday night. We're going to go make some wings. We're going to eat, relax, watch TV, go to sleep. Yeah! All right, fellas. It is the next day. Now I filled both these cylinders up. That one was still full. This one's empty. But this is the one that's loose. Now I'll tell you why it's loose. I actually took a socket that actually fits in there almost perfectly. And I can go like this, back and forth. Now, you probably can't see it in the video, but it's moving ever so slightly up and down. So it's getting there. So I know this one's loose, but this one is not loose. This one is sticking yet. That one ain't moving. So I'm gonna have to tap on this a little longer. A few little love taps each side. Try to get this thing loose. I really want to hear this thing run now. Well, when you think you got the cylinder down, this cylinder went down. Now it's down to the port for the exhaust port. They're both actually loose. And the cylinder wall looks pretty good. It's not rusted. It looks just a reflection off the piston. So, you know what actually probably frozen? Now that I'm actually thinking about it now, it's not the pistons that are frozen in the jug. I think the crank got water in it, and the bearings are frozen on the crank. So I didn't want to do this. But I'm going to loosen these bolts around, these 4 bolts, and let this head to lift off. It's not going to go very far because, you know, I've got the engine in the way here, or the body in the way. So it'll probably go up so far. But at least it'll tell me whether this crank is moving or not. And I hated to because I don't want to ruin that gasket. I was kind of gonna get away with as much as possible. But that's the way it goes, guys. We're going to get into this, and it's been a real toughie getting that to move. I'm going to use the 13. Of course, my light's in the way. The other side came off pretty good. That one was a little snug. Not too bad. That one came loose. And then you have another one under here. Oh, that one came off pretty good too. Well, let me get these all finished loosening these and see if we can lift it. See if this is going to come up. Starting off with just a light rubber. Oh, it moved. It's moving. Huh. Let's see. Now, see, I had one of these bikes last year, and I couldn't find any parts for it. The exact same bike. So I'm like, I'll just sell it. Sell it for parts. Well, you know, see what happens when you don't hoard stuff. Kind of goes away, and then you get something and you need parts for it. That cylinder's coming up pretty good, guys. It's probably just stuck with the gaskets here.
All right, Buckets, what do you got going on over here?
Well, as I feared, it's the crank. The crank bearings for the rod's fine, but this is what was frozen. Is the bearings for down in here? See, so I got the cylinder head up, and that's free. And the pistons are kind of free. I still got to work on getting that up a little bit here. Can't make it even, huh? But regardless, inside there, you probably can't see. Camera girl's a little short. I'll bring it down for you. But you can see the water inside there. Look at that. See the water on that rust? Yep. So, I'm going to continue to work on this. I'm going to see if I can get this up a little bit higher. Get that cleaned out. Put some penetrating oil in there, and
Hopefully it's not going to make a ton of noise, you know, maybe get it loose. But you know those bearings are going to be like making that roller noise with the 2 cycles usually do when they get water in there. Hopefully. I don't know. Keep your fingers crossed. Let's try. All right, guys. Well, bad news. I had to drop the engine. But I got the jug off. But it's not looking that hot. The cylinder, jug, cylinder, whatever, looks pretty good inside. Camera probably doesn't do any justice here, but engine, pistons are, those rings are definitely stuck. And this side's even worse. And get the light. So that's even worse. Cranks, I think I can loosen the crank. I would have to make a gasket, try to get these rings loose, because I don't think you can get these pistons and rings anywhere. There was Jerry had made a home in there, little green stuff growing in it. Guys, I'll try. Well, that's sludgy water. I flipped the engine over. And that's, it's not water. It's a little bit of penetrating oil, but it's sludgy water that came out of there. This is all that's in the bottom of that crankcase area. It's pretty bad. It's really bad. And that was hard to get up in this area here. It doesn't look very promising there, guys. So, I don't think I'm going to carry on with this. This one's too far gone, I think. I mean, everything's rebuildable. It's fixable, but it's going to need new bearings. That's going to have to get really cleaned out super well. Yeah. Too much work to get that going. And these pistons are really rough. As you can see, that's pretty bad. And on top of that, I think they drove it and seized it up. Possibly would cause it to be parked anyways. Maybe. But it's pretty scored, that ring. So, yeah. Here's your answer, guys. The old 64 Sears Allstate will be a parts bike. Unfortunately, but at least it has a good light on the front, right? Headlight. Well, unfortunately, this is the end of the bike. And this is the end of the video. It's just not worth it. You can see the inside of the engine is shot. You need a new crank. I mean, it is fixable if someone wants to go through all that work. And I can see if this bike was mint, but it's pretty well shot. The wheels are shot, rusted out, exhausters pitted. But it's got a lot of good parts on it. Become a good parts bike for somebody. And that cylinder is good. So if somebody needs a good cylinder, it's there. 175, 1964. So, hey, sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. And this time we lost on this one. I really wanted to ride it, guys. I really did. Unfortunately, the moon and stars did not line up this time. So, all right, well, this thing's going to be a parts bike. Yeah, but we gave it a shot, didn't we, guys? Thanks for sticking. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging on. You guys are the best fans, huh? You are. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe for sure. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. Next Friday, next Friday's Good Friday. Oh yeah, I gotta go to the store and get a shirt for church for Easter. Easter's coming up. All right, guys. You have a great rest of your weekend. You guys take care. We'll see you next weekend. All right, see ya. Bye-bye.